20 parallels between Joseph and Christ. Joseph was a shepherd. Jesus was a shepherd. In fact, many Old Testament characters were shepherds. Moses was a shepherd for a long time. David, Amos, and others. He was a shepherd. Both were shepherds. He was taken into Egypt instead of being killed, just like Jesus. He became a servant. Certainly, Jesus Christ was a servant. They both began their ministries at the age of around 30. In fact, they both spent 20 years of relative obscurity. For Jesus, between Luke 2 and the beginning of his public ministry, at the end of Luke 3 and Luke 4, there are 20 years of relative obscurity. Joseph was in his late 30s when he met his father. Jesus, too, was in his mid to late 30s or older when he met the Father again through death. Just think about that. They both resisted temptation, refusing to give in. They're both filled with the Spirit of God, given a vision into the future, gained the confidence of others quickly. They tested people to reveal their true nature. Each was sold for the price of a slave, 30 pieces of silver. They were falsely accused, silent before their accuser, condemned between two prisoners, dead before their father. Joseph was held for 2 years and freed in the third. Jesus was held for 2 days and freed from death on the third. Both gave bread to the hungry who came to them. Both rose up from the depths to a new life. Neither at first was recognized by his own brothers. Each saved his people, and in fact saved the whole world. See chapter 41, verse 57. It says, "And all the earth went to Egypt to buy grain from Joseph," and so forth. All the earth. The word earth, the word world, the word land, aretz, it's all the same word in Hebrew. And so we see the whole world being saved because of this concept. Now, of course, in Joseph's day, it wasn't literally the whole world. I don't think the Chinese went there. But in the time of Jesus, it is the whole world being saved through his ministry. So he wasn't recognized by his own brothers, saved his people, in fact, saved the whole world, then returned to his father, became Lord, and even at the end of his life, we see his concern for unity among the brothers. Jesus prayed for it. John 17, Joseph told his brothers, "Don't quarrel on the way." Perhaps there are even more. Well, what do we learn about God? I think we see at least 4 things in the Joseph cycle in Genesis 37 to 50. First, providence often operates through unfair circumstances. So we must strive to be open to there being a bigger picture and be like Joseph, not giving in to bitterness. Second, often God lets us wait. If you're like me, you may easily tolerate inconvenience if it lasts just a few minutes, or maybe an hour or 2. But after days, most of us begin to crack, or at the very least, we lapse into negativity. But sometimes the Lord makes us wait years, or, and this can be almost unbearable, he makes us wait decades. Third, in the lives of previous patriarchs, God intervenes more directly in their lives. He speaks to them directly. He wrestles with them. He sends angels. But with Joseph, we get a more subtle and yet more comprehensive view of God's working and his providence. God controls, but he doesn't force events. He's always there in the background. But he doesn't intervene and give all these verbal assurances to his special man, Joseph. He permits things to happen more than it seems he's actually causing them to happen. So there's a move from more direct, hands-on intervention and more indirect superintendence of events. And fourth and finally, the Word of God, the Hebrew Scriptures, testify of the Christ to come. In addition to the prophecies that are there, we see foreshadowing. We see incredible parallels. And Joseph, in this respect, gives us an image of the Christ who is to come.